Well, I am streaming. Of course, I'm streaming. Finally, I got my live streaming to work. Mercury retrograde. So, and especially Mercury is with Rahu and Mars, and it's combust with Sun. So, most definitely, this is the particular Mercury retrograde that has been very, very heavy. Heavy. Um, my God, the things that have always worked perfectly, and this is where you know as above, so below. The things that have worked so perfectly just screw up for no apparent reason. Um, I used my broadcasting software, never has given me trouble. Suddenly, it stopped showing my camera on the actual software. Like, it would not show me, And I actually tested it 2 days ago at night for like maybe 20 seconds, and it was just like blank. You could hear me, but you just couldn't see me. So, yeah, Mercury retrograde is in full effect like no other. So, but anyway, I just wanted to give a thanks. Thanks. I put a thanks on the thumbnail. You know how Shrek says in his movie, thanks. So I wanted to give a Shrek thanks to you guys. I just reached 400,000 people on my Facebook, and it's amazing. I just wanted to give a thanks, and to see how many people just love an idiot like me, which is fine. There are a lot of idiots in this world that you can love. I'm one of them. But, I just didn't want to not acknowledge this because, after all, it is each and every single person who loves and hates me with passion who kind of contributes to that, because when I post things on Facebook, I see people just boom writing things which are they just want to do all kinds of bad things to me, which is great because hey, at least you contribute to that drop that filled up this 400,000 vessel. So wanted to give that out, and just wanted to thank you so much for um, loving a fool like me who is obsessed with astrology. Because see, the difference between people are asking me, oh my god, man, this is great, it must have taken hard work to get here and do all this, and I tell them it's not hard work. The only difference between me having this and you having this is just obsession. I'm just obsessed with wanting to find out the depths of astrology. So, for me, that works. The obsession just keeps me going, regardless of if it's 400,000 on Facebook, 150 on YouTube, or if it's 400 on Facebook or 150 on YouTube. It's the obsession, and that's the thing. The obsession for going and wanting to find the answers. And as you all guys already know, some of my placements, which is okay. I'm at an age where I just don't care anymore. And the thing is, I feel so comfortable when I talk to Sanjay Rath ji. It feels like I'm talking to my uncle, because he has that same Hindi dialect and accent. So when I talked to him, before I went live, and I spoke to him in New York in person, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is like my uncle I'm talking to. You know how he treats you, the words that he used, like he was using, like in Hindi, he was saying, "Fikr na kar beta, tujhe main sab bata dunga." It's like something that my uncle once said. So I'm like, man, I'm just like so comfortable. I just like tell him everything. But see, I'm that researcher. I'm that obsessed with the nectar of elixir. Like, I want to find that actual elixir of astrology. What is it? What is it? What is it? So, and that drives me to be so obsessive to keep on doing. And then the other people notices, especially social media now, you know, um, easily helps you show your passion and your obsession about things. Whether it's your racism, your hateism, your sexism, your obsessism for astrology. So it is what it is. But just wanted to give a thanks. So yeah, and I'm so glad that this worked, because I'm like, oh my god, I hope it works today, because otherwise I was just gonna come live when the Mercury went direct around the 7th. And just wanted to let you guys know I made the September horoscope on my second channel, Astrology KRS. Okay, and in there I discuss about the 3 big events that are happening in the month of September. Big. See, one thing I talked about, the 3 big things, is that Mercury is retrograde right now. But how many times Mercury goes retrograde? Like literally 4 times in a year. Why is it that this one is so different? Because this is the one that happened during the eclipse. It is conjunct Rahu. It is combust. It is with its enemy that hates him, which is Mars. So it's like the miscommunication, first of all, overblows to unimaginable proportions for no reason. Like people are posting something on their personal Facebook, and next thing you know, it's been shared like 3,000 times and viewed like 100,000 times, and they're coming in news. It's just, and then from there the anger comes in, the hatred comes in by other people, because Mars is conjunct Mercury. Remember, we're all puppets. The only way to kind of like escape these things of retrograde and transits is to just be aware. When you're aware that, okay, Mercury is right now retrograde, it's conjunct Rahu, it's conjunct Sun, it's conjunct Mars, and this is what's going to happen. So when you're aware within yourself, you'll be more careful, like, okay, do I need to post this right now, or can I just wait, after September 7th? And you just wait. Other people are like, they're like, putting the coal in the engine of the train. Make it go, man. Like because see, they're not aware. People who know about, well, Mercury's retrograding and it's with Rahu, maybe I should just retract back. Now, certain things are not in our control, like the software. I'm not going to be beating my head on the wall saying, why aren't you working? Why aren't you working? I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Where it can cost me more health issues by banging my head on the wall. But the other things that I can control is just me, my software, my functioning. If this mechanical device wants to malfunction, that's fine. That's its decision, not mine. This is why I love the philosophy of Tao Te Ching. I mean, I've fallen in love with it more than even like Bhagavad Gita. Like Tao explains, for my brain, that works very, very well. Like how nature just occurs. Nature does not need instructions. It does not need a mentor, a motivator, an astrologer to help them steer through life. Nature happens. The water falls, the river flows, the trees grow, the fire happens, the wind occurs, the tornado happens. It's all just part of that Tao. And once we become that, that's when you are flowing without any interruption, of retrograde or Saturn or Sarasati or Dhaya or whatever. You got to become the Tao. And the best way to do that is actually doing Tai Chi. Tai Chi, like how they do these movements, they're simply going with the flow of their body. They're just like, and this is how you train your brain. It's Tai Chi is not really for the body, it's for the mind. It's to train your mind to go with the flow of the Tao. And I find such peace in it. Like, I try to read this book, like at least a page every day, page or two. Like I want to. Like it's like my exercise. After I get my coffee in the morning, I read at least a page of this. I'm on lesson 21 right now, I think. Yeah. So it's 81 verses, and this is so great. Like Bhagavad Gita is 18 chapters. This is 81 verses. Reverse. See, 1, 8, 18 is 1 with infinity. 81, infinity becomes 1. And that's something even Wayne Dyer explains in his seminars. So yeah, become the Tao, and you don't have to worry about astrology. So that's my little take on this whole thing. Um, but yeah, do watch that video. Do watch that video. What about terrorists? Dev Shah, you're absolutely right. I don't know nothing about Bhagavad Gita. Although I read it twice, I still don't know. But remember, don't be mad at me because I said I like that better than Bhagavad Gita. Because that's when, you're not flowing. I'm trying to flow. My mind wants to flow with the Tao. That's how I flow with it. So don't blame someone, oh, don't do this, don't do that. The moment you start instructing things, you've already, that's the most important thing they say in the Tao. The ones who know, don't talk, don't speak. The ones who don't, speak. I'm telling you, the one who knows astrology to the core will never speak. They're probably in their home, dealing with their family, doing everything, and they just know, but they're not going to speak. Who doesn't know? He's speaking. So you're absolutely right, my man. I don't know Bhagavad Gita. First of all, what is negative Saturn? That's what I want to know. What is negative Saturn? How do you know your Saturn is negative? The earth is a geocentric plane, not a spiritual spinning ball. Wake up. If the Tao wants us to know it, okay, well, for example, let's say earth is flat. Okay, earth is that. So now what? What do we do now? That's the question, right? What do we do now? I mean, are you going to stop eating? Are you going to stop loving? Are you going to stop working or doing something? There's no, leave it. I don't know. That's the thing, man. I'm becoming very, very weird now. Just reading this thing is like, don't try to change things. Don't try to say everything is wrong or this has to be right or this is that. No, that is how. Can you imagine God? Do you think God is like has no control over the world? Is that? I mean, you guys all believe in God, right? You guys are all believing in God, the supreme soul that created this universe. Don't you think that supreme soul, Krishna, is not aware of what's happening on earth? Don't you think that God can change it just like that? Why doesn't he? Why doesn't he or she? You see, you're the one who's trying to change it. Oh my God, everybody wake up. Everybody, earth is flat, earth is round. Follow sidereal astrology, follow tropical astrology, do this, do that. God wants it to be this way. You don't know it. God wants it to be this way. Once you realize it, that all the mess that is happening in the world, there's God in it. All the good things that are happening in the world, there is God in it. Once you are aware and connected to this thing, that's when you'll just stop talking. And that's how within my mind I'm shutting a lot of things down. A lot of my little peccadillos, oh, this is wrong, this is right, this is right, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. They're all shutting down. Like the best movie you guys should watch. And it wasn't a very well reviewed movie at all. Actually, I liked it. You guys all should watch the movie Lucy. I forgot the name of the big actress that was in it. I know Morgan Freeman is in it. Watch the movie Lucy. Lucy has something to do with the whole Tao thing and Bhagavad Gita thing. So don't try to, no longer I want to convince anybody to do anything. I don't want to tell you, oh, this is right, this is good. I absolutely don't care. I don't care anymore. The only thing that just keeps me going is my obsession of astrology. My obsession of knowing, the purpose of astrology for me as that microcosmic soul, part of that supreme soul. What is it? Why? More than when I will get a job or become more rich, or when will I have my dream car or dream this or dream that. Now for me, astrology is more of a spiritual science. Like, why? When you ask the question, why do I have to go through this? Why do I have to go through this? That's when you really start seeing and understanding that, okay, I don't know nothing. Even in astrology, I don't know nothing. It's quite exhilarating when you wake up the next morning and you say, I don't know. Like, for example, people argue, like you guys know my view on gemstones. Like I say, no gemstones work, no remedies work. But how do I know that? What convinces me to 100% that it doesn't work? And what convinces a person that it does work? You see, a person who wakes up and says, no, gemstones are absolutely great, they will give you what you want. How do you know? But imagine you wake up in the morning, even as a professional something, an astrologer, and you say, I don't know. I don't know. I actually don't know. I believe I do, but that's not mean I know. And that's when you think like that. What's the meaning of life? Well, life is this and this. But is it really that? No, I don't know. Pretty much 99% of the garbage that we talk, understand, listen to, is simply hypothesis and nothing in concrete. Because everything that you know in your mind is pretty much something that you can easily say, I don't know. So that's where I feel like, and now I'm getting like I think now my Jupiter is becoming active. Because remember, planetary ages happen, especially through Padam Chakra. Jupiter becomes active later in age. So I think that wisdom is starting to like creep in. Like, why? I don't know. You ask me, does gemstones work? I don't know work. I don't know. In my opinion as a human being, somebody who's very limited, I don't think they work. But is it true? I don't know. It's absolutely, the moment you do that I honestly don't know. That's why I love my Jaimini teacher, Mark Boney. My guru, Mark Boney. That's why I always loved him. I'm like, when he does not know something, he says, I do not know. He only teaches you, tells you what he has seen, what he is convinced with, that yes, this happens. Like, I love my kids. That's something I'm concrete about. So when I wake up in the morning, I love them. Now, if let's say, I say, well, my kids are the greatest kids in the world. My kids are the most creative, most intelligent. Well, I don't know. You see, that's where you start differentiating two different aspects of your thought process. One thing that you just know, that okay, you love them, you'll die for them. The other, are they this, and this? Well, we don't know. Only they know that. Okay? So, anyway, guys, I don't know what else I need to say. I just don't know. But this is why in astrology too, like what I know, I talk about. What I don't know, I don't know. Like you guys want me to talk about Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, or this and that. And honestly, I don't know. There are experts out there who know about these three planets per Vedic astrology and KP system. And I'm slowly getting it. So I wake up in the morning and I say to myself, I'm slowly getting these three planets. Do I know them? Absolutely not. So I can't be an authority making a video on, well, Uranus in the 4th house and 5th house to do this. Once I know, I'll make a video on it. And I'm learning right now through Pi Team. You want to know about Uranus, Neptune, Pluto? Boom. They'll be doing stuff on it soon. A lot of other scholars that I know now know about them. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be making the Venus video today. Venus in Ashlesha Nakshatra. Okay. So anyway, guys, thank you again for, the officially helping me reach 400,000 people on Facebook. That's amazing. I couldn't have never imagined it. Only because of you guys it has happened. So that's why I was just making this video. Okay. So thank you.